I do the same thing because this is me. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your favorite girl, KeonnaDemyra. How are you guys doing? Happy Friday. I am so glad to be back with you guys so soon. Like I told y'all, I was not in a good place the past 2 days or the past couple days or whatever. But like I said, talking to my therapist, I always, she brings me clarity to my situations. Like, she helps me with my, get a better understanding of what I got going on. So, yes, thank you. Me personally, I don't know about anybody else, but I take my mental health very seriously. Like, I got a kid, so I gotta be good for my kid, and I make sure, like, I do it for him. I put myself too, because I know, like, I don't know about y'all, when I get depressed, my house get to looking a mess, this hair already look a mess, and I keep telling y'all I'm gonna do it, but I don't want to. I know it's gonna be a process, so I don't know. So that's why I got to throw up in this ponytail, and it don't look half bad, but you can see like the hairs that are hanging out of the locks. But yeah, shout out to me for getting the help that I need. Shout out to y'all. I hope y'all be getting the help that y'all need as well. Here comes Cairo. So it is Friday. He is not going to daycare today because he has a follow-up appointment on his ear surgery. So he's home with me. He actually could have slept until 9 o'clock, but he decided to get up, and now he finna come over here and do what he do, and I'm gonna send him back over there. But shout out to y'all who've been watching my videos and commenting. I love that. I love the interaction that I've been getting, and it's a topic for another day. Thank you all for who have been doing the do. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Make sure y'all subscribe to my channel so you guys can see when I'm uploading these videos. I also want y'all to drop y'all book recommendations. I feel like I'm about to go into a little book slump because I actually got to the last chapter of the book I'm about to do the review on and put it down. And why did I put it down? I don't know, because I don't know. Well, we'll get into it. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and get into the review because I don't want the video to be really, really long. I want it to whatever. So the book is Zora Books Her Happily Ever After, and you see the cover. Okay, you kind of whatever. Let's just talk about it. So I rated this book 4 stars on GoodReads, which y'all can follow me on GoodReads as well. I like to go look at the books that my friends that are reading, because it gives me ideas of what I want to read. So yeah, Zora Books Her Happily Ever After by Taj McCoy. Let's see where we want to start. Zora. Okay, Zora is like 30. She's in her 30s, maybe. Kind of early 30s, I'm assuming. And she owns a bookstore. Well, she's black, of course. So what she likes to do is, invite authors to come to her bookstore, whatever. So the author that she invites to her bookstore, she has a crush on him. His name is Lawrence. Well, Lawrence comes, and does his thing on the what they do when they go to these bookstores. I've never been to one, so I don't know. Excuse me. I tried to attend a couple at my local library, but I'm telling you, I be busy. I'm busy. And so okay, so boom, Lawrence comes. Lawrence brings his friend Reed. So Lawrence and Reed are friends, best friends, been friends since college. Okay, so Zora has this big old crush on Lawrence. After the thing, they go on a little drink. They go out for drinks. They don't know if it's a date or not. At this point in my life, it's drinks. We ain't dating until we say we're dating. So boom, she goes on a date with Lawrence. They talk about Reed. Reed was mean at the event, and it was weird to Zora. It was weird to me because I'm like, this your best friend. Why you talking shit? Okay, boom. Next. Well, Lawrence, she's talking to Lawrence about the book, and she's asking him questions, this, that, and the third. And it hits her during that moment like, something just not right about this. When it hit Zora, it hit me. And this is why I gave the book 4 stars. It was so predictable. Like, it was predictable. It was predictable. And we're going to get into why. She knew that there was some disconnect between Lawrence and the books that he was writing. She loved the series, but when he talks about it, he's not grasping the about it. So somehow she links back up with Reed, and she's talking to Reed. Reed didn't come around a little bit, and he's fine. Lawrence fine. They both fine. So boom! Shout out to Zora for dating 2 men at the same time, and they being best friends. Now that was kind of girl, you can't do that all the time. Because there might be a little competition on who can get some cooter first. But she does it, and I'm like, that must be some shit you can do in your 30s or your 40s. Because I don't know. I ain't know. It ain't never crossed my mind. So, once I be in the friend group, I've been in friend groups before. I done did some stuff in the friend groups. I know y'all talk about it, but I don't give a. I really don't care. This shit be old. And so I'm like, oh, okay. Who been a better friend, though? And see, that's what I was thinking the whole time, like with Zora. Like, she's dating these 2 guys, and they're best friends, so it's gonna be hard not to compare. Well, she ends up, getting some toppy from Reed, and then she gets her and Lawrence end up having sex, and was really horrible. And the sex, she gave him another chance. And see, this is what her best friend Emma told her in the book. When men have bad sex, baby, you don't give them another chance. Because that one time was enough. Okay? One time. All it takes is one time. I ain't giving you another chance. Because, baby, you don't know what you're doing. So, after she confronts Lawrence about the bad sex, her and Lawrence had his powwow, and then she just finally realizes it hits her. And how do we get to this point? I'm not gonna tell y'all. You may pick up the book, you may not. I see, like, from GoodReads, a lot of people did not like the book. They DNF'd it. I got to the last chapter, and I was like, girl, I don't need to know what else happened, because I already know, like, they go together now. But here it is. Lawrence don't write his own books. Reed was writing his books because Reed didn't want the spotlight or whatever. And so Lawrence was, basically Reed was a ghostwriter. And ain't nothing wrong with being ghostwriters. Rappers do it all the time. So why can't authors? Which brings me to this point. Like, and I guess it may be a thing not to ask. Like, through my job, I met this woman, and she was telling me, she was like, she ghostwrites. And I was like, girl, you do? Who? For who? She was like, Ken, I can't tell you all that. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. Okay, just take the name off of it. And because I was like, I like to read. Send me a book. I want to see what you be writing about, girl. And she was like, okay, but she hasn't. So I may need to follow up with her again. I call her every 6 months. I do my job. I don't have to talk to her but every 6 months. So I may reach back out to her just to do that. But back to reading. Lawrence, and so it comes to whatever, and this is the point where Zora realizes she loves Reed because he's a good person. He's a teacher. He focuses with his students. He writes really good stories. She read one of his stories, and that's how she put the 2 and 2 together. She read his story, and when she confronted Lawrence about it, when she confronted Lawrence about him stealing, Lawrence played his friend. And see, that's That's a problem. Because if this your best friend of 10 years, why would you downplay your friend? Like, he was like, oh, Reed ain't never gonna be no author. He don't want to be published. He don't want to be doing this. And I'm just like, why would you talk? And see, you know, people do that. People do that. And I mean, for me, I felt like Lawrence was trying to downplay Reed so that Zora would be uninterested in him. Because see, Lawrence was whining and dining Zora. He was impressing her because he got money. And you know, she felt like they don't on the same level or whatever. We you know, got our stuff going on. And Reed, he just over here. He just a teacher. Whatever. Lawrence really fed. I think Lawrence was feeding off that. But, you know, it may or may not been like a real thing. But she ends up choosing Reed, of course. And we don't hear no more from Lawrence. That's just how it ends. And because I was like, I could already tell the ending, how it was going. The book is very predictable. And that's why I gave it 4 stars. Like, I knew from the moment what was going on. Like, oh, he don't write his own stuff. He don't write his own shit. I was like, girl, do it sound like Lawrence really, I don't want to say he sounded like a dummy in the book, but he couldn't, it wasn't connecting. Something wasn't connecting with him and Zora. And I'm like, and that has happened to me too. I was dating and I was telling the guy I like to read books or whatever, and he was like, oh, me too. And I was like, well, what you like to read? What's the last book you read? And he was like, 48 Laws of Power. And I was like, TikTok said something about this, but even though I don't need to be listening to TikTok, but I was like, oh, well, what's next to read? And he was like, I don't know. You don't read. Don't read. It's okay. Like, you ain't got to try to swoop me off my feet by that, but okay. Little liar. That's what I call it. But, yeah, like I said, 4 stars, only because it was predictable. Other than that, it was a cute little love story. It had nice spice, a nice banter between characters. I loved Emma. I love Granny Marion. Granny Marion had to get up off that whole idea about them babies. Now, she was pissing me off about that. Stop talking about it. But I'm glad it finally came to an end for her with them babies. Like, let that shit go. Yeah, let that go. Kids, I mean, see how I say everybody be asking me when Cairo getting a sibling? He ain't. He probably won't get nothing about 30 or 30, late 30s, maybe 40s, until I'm settled. I don't mind being no old mama because my mama's an old mama. She like 50 something and my sister 14. So, hey, she can do it. I can do it. So I ain't tripping. But yeah, like, no, Granny Mary was pissing me off. Like, girl, first of all, your granddaughter just meeting these men. Like, and yeah, she's sleeping with them, which is cool. They using protection, whatever. They adults. But we don't know these men are good enough to be having their kids. That's what's wrong with old people. They be trying to put that pressure on you to do some shit. And you know, doggone well, you don't need to do it. Do not listen to them. It was a different generation, a different time. Do not do it. Especially if you think they about to help you raise your children. Like, I ain't even gonna flex. Some grandparents are really, really helpful. But then some child, them grandmas be the grandmas. I'll be like, girl, somebody grandma, go sit your ass down. Like Bernice Burgos or whatever her name is. You out in the club, girl, go take care of them grandkids. But yeah, so I think I'll definitely give Taj McCoy another chance to read some more books. I don't know, from the covers of her book I can see there may be a recurring theme there, but I don't know. I'll check it out. That's the shit that be pissing me off. If you want to jump, hey, he ignored me, but if he want to jump, he could go jump on his trampoline in his room, not on my bed. But yeah, that's all I have, y'all. I hope y'all have a happy Friday and a good weekend. Like I said, it's not Sunday fun day this week, so I will be at work. yeah, so I hope y'all have a good day. It's Friday. Don't work too hard. It's the weekend. Let's get it. Bye, y'all.